Hello, and welcome back to Common Sense Golf with Carey Hodsden, PGA, here at the beautiful X Golf Chesapeake indoor golf facility, where we have an amazing technology with simulators and launch monitors, and just a great place to teach and learn and play golf and have fun and get a drink, have a little something to eat, and watch some sports. So today, I want to talk about leg action. How do your legs work through the golf swing? Okay. I want to specifically focus on what's happening with our knees and with our feet and with our ankles. Okay. It's very important. I think that this part gets skipped over quite a bit. I'm also going to give you a drill today that you can do at home in front of the mirror. I do this with the majority of my students, especially that are just beginning golf or learning how to play golf. And within a couple of weeks, they have their leg action down perfectly, and they improve their game and their ability to strike the ball tremendously, and very quickly. Okay, so I'm going to get into that drill in just a moment. Now, you have heard probably from a million different teachers if you've watched or played a lot of golf or watched a lot of golf videos or watched golf on television or read books or whatever have you. You've read and you've heard a lot that you need to have a weight shift. Okay, you need to shift your weight from one side, then you need to shift your weight to the other side. You need to do this while turning rotationally. Some people, some teachers like to see you shift more weight from side to side. Some people like to make you feel like it's more back to front when you shift, and we're moving our rear end backwards. That's a very popular thing right now in the world of golf instruction, is moving our rear end backwards as we start to move forward. I'll get into all that, but what I really want to relate to you is balance. Okay, you must balance yourself. If you can't keep a balance or understand how balance works in your body, the physics or the biomechanics of your body, you're never going to be very successful with golf because you're not going to be able to stay centered in the golf swing. Imperative to stay centered. Okay, so what I want you to think about, the first thing is that your hip complex, which is kind of your butt and your thighs, okay, and your midsection, and your shoulders and your head, those two areas of your body are kind of the two heaviest parts of your body. Okay, there's the most mass is right here. All right, so when you lean forward like this, you can see how I'm getting ready to fall over on my toes. If you lean forward like this without pushing your butt back to counterbalance your head and your shoulders, okay, you're going to have a problem. Same thing side to side. If I put my feet together and I lean this way, I'm going to go over that way. But if I lean this way and move my hips to the left, then I can bend farther and farther to the right without falling over. Okay, so the golf swing has both of those elements into it. You've got side to side balance and you've got front and back balance. Okay, and both of these things kind of need to work together simultaneously while you're rotating in your golf swing. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so you need to think about your balance and how to stay centered. Okay, when you're swinging a golf club, really in any sport that you're doing, you have to do the same thing. Tennis is kind of the same thing. You get wide, right? And if you start moving this way, you're going to fall over. So you move your hips this way so you can swing your forehand out that way. You move your butt back on a backhand and you swing your racket out in front of you, and your head moves back as your hips move forward so that you can keep your balance front and back and side to side. Okay, golf is no different. We're just planted into the ground and our feet kind of stay in one place most of the golf swing, and that's a little bit different than some of the other sports, which your feet get to move around more in some of the other sports. Even like baseball, the baseball player steps into it, right, and then they move their hips towards the target, and then they throw their arms out in front, but they keep their head back. So their hips are forward, their head is back. This allows them to stay balanced in the center so they can rotate and hit a baseball. Okay, so we're probably closer to baseball than some of the other sports. All right, so that's what I want to get across to you. So What I like to do, and this is the drill that I'm going to kind of, relate to you. I like to tell my folks to get in front of a mirror, like a full length mirror. We're going to get into an athletic position, okay? Put a club across our chest like this. We're going to get in an athletic position. When I say athletic position, our rear end is back and up, okay? Our knees are bent and our back is straight, our chest is out, okay? And we're getting into an athletic position like we're getting ready to address a golf ball to strike it, okay? So once we get into here, what I like to see people do is I like to see them turn just slightly to the left and kick this right knee in. If you're right-handed, okay, you're swinging from the right side. We'll call it the trail side, the trail knee. For a right-hander would be your right knee. For a left-hander, would be your left knee. So we're going to kick this knee in just a little bit, and we're going to try to put 70%, 60-70% of our weight kind of on the inside of this knee, okay? This is going to be a really good spot to start from, all right? So once we get this 70% in here and our weight kind of feels back, our butt is back and up, okay? So our weight's going to feel kind of towards our heels, all right? So we're going to get into this knee, and when we turn, this is going to allow us to shift our weight but still stay in the center. If this knee is out like this, we're going to shift our weight, and our weight's going to get outside our feet, and that is no good. That is no mas. We don't want that, okay? So we want to kick this knee in and keep our weight on the insides of our feet. This is imperative. Keep it on the inside of your right foot, okay? So that when we turn like this, our weight stays on the inside of this foot towards our right heel, okay? And you're going to feel the pull and the pinch right here in that knee, as this flexes, and you're going to feel this hip being pulled behind you, okay? So we're going to turn like this and try to keep our head right in the center, okay? And then this is the part that most people screw up, okay? You'll note that when I turn this way against this knee, my left knee appears to go forward a little bit. It's not really, it's kind of going to the right. But from this angle, the down the line angle, it appears to go forward, okay? That's fine. It's not really going forward. It's actually just kind of pivoting, sort of, okay, as this hip pulls back. When you go the other direction, towards the forward swing from here, we need to roll this knee and roll this foot laterally, this knee towards this knee, okay? So what I like to tell people is that we kick the knee in, we turn over the knee, kind of getting 70% of our weight here on the right side, and then we roll this knee to the left. You'll feel it in your hip and in this knee, and you're going to roll the foot. Instead of this knee going forward towards your toe and the weight going towards your toe, which is what most people do, we're going to roll it to the side, which is going to drop you down in a little bit, okay? And then we're going to pivot our hips, shift our weight to our left heel as we're doing that. So we roll this knee and this foot towards our left knee, roll our right knee towards our left knee, and we shift our weight to our left heel from this side, and we roll it over, and then we try to squeeze our knees together, and we get up on this toe, okay? So the drill looks like this. We go into our right knee, into our right heel, into our left heel, roll our knee towards our other knee, and let them come together. We try to keep our head right in the center, and we're looking at the mirror when we're doing it, okay? And we want to do that about 50 times a night. And you want to get over here and you want to hold this finish for the count of 3, 3, 2, 1, and then start back again into the right knee, roll it over to the left, knee on knee if you can, almost like you're squeezing a quarter between your knees, okay? And your weight is all the way over to your left side at that point, or your lead side, okay? We don't want a bunch of weight on our trail toe here, on our right toe, okay? We just don't want a lot of weight back there. We want to get off of this right side to where we can pick this foot up, okay? So I want you to do that drill every single night, 50 times a night. Take you about 10 or 15 minutes, okay? It really doesn't take very long. I do it in front of I don't really have a full-length mirror that my wife lets me use anyway. So I do it in front of like my I've got a sliding glass door that leads out to a patio. and or a sunroom. And so in the evening, I stand in front of that glass door, and the light's kind of illuminated, and it gives me a nice reflection, and I'm able to do the drill when I feel like I get a little bit out of whack. But just remember, your butt is out, it counterbalances your head, right? Okay. And then side to side, we kick this knee in to make sure that we can stay centered on the inside of our feet. Okay. And then once we roll over and our knees come together, you'll even notice, like if you slow this video down, which you're most welcome to do. I mean, my voice will kind of sound funny, but watch my right toe. Okay. This is a very popular move right now. Again, it's something that Ben Hogan did. Scotty Scheffler's doing it pretty prominently right now. But when I turn into my right knee and I move over to roll this right foot, I'm rolling the right foot, the right ankle, and the right knee inward from my right knee to my left knee. I roll this in. You'll notice that my foot will slide, my toe will slide a little bit towards my trail toe will slide toward my lead leg, okay? And it allows my knees to get a little bit closer together. If your knees get really close together, they can squeeze against each other and balance you a little bit better. If you get over here and you slide this and you feel like your knee, you're off balance, like your left knee is really straight and you feel, oh gosh, I'm going to fall. Squeeze these knees together and you can bend your left knee just a little bit, and that'll get the weight into your thighs. Your thigh muscles will keep your balance and help you keep your balance. This is really, really good stuff. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit a couple of golf balls here so that you can watch this. And please do slow motion, slow it down if you need to. Do whatever you got to do to watch the leg action, okay? And hopefully this will help you out. Once again, we're talking about balance, keeping centered so that we can be rotational, but still shift our weight from one side to the other. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're going to get ourselves set up. I'm going to kick this knee in just a little bit, just like I told you. Okay. I'm going to relax. I'm going to keep the weight on the insides of my feet. Okay. And then I'm going to roll myself to my lead side here. Okay. So here we go. Okay, and then that should give you good balance. You want to hold it for the count of 3. So we're going to do that one more time. Okay, we set up. I kick my knee in. All right, I'm centered. I'm turning against the inside of this knee, right? And then I roll everything to the left where our knees come together, and we finish the strike. And hold for the count of 3. And that's it. I mean, that's the simplicity of the leg action. I mean, there's a little bit more nuance in there that we can talk about if you decide you want to learn about it. But for most people, if you follow this simple map of how your legs work and how your knees and your ankles work together, you'll find just tremendous freedom to be able to hit the golf ball. And it will take care of one of the most prominent fundamentals in golf, as far as I see it. And that's how your legs and your lower body and your feet work in the golf swing. Like Jack Nicklaus and Ben Hogan both said, golf is played from the ground up. Okay, you have to have active feet. This is an athletic sport. You've got to believe in that, and you've got to believe in yourself, and you've got to have good fundamentals on the lower half of your body. Thanks again for watching. I'm Carey Hodsden, PGA. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you like it, please subscribe. Please leave comments on the bottom for me. And if you want more from me, then contact me directly with your comments. Thanks very much. Carey Hodsden, PGA. Hit them long and straight. I'll see you soon.